start? There's like 3 separate stories in all of this, I feel like. Do you want to start with Batgirl? Do you want to start with HBO Max
purging,
not being a thing anymore?
Yeah,
do you want to talk about DC becoming not the DCEU or however they're...
Let's start with Batgirl. That's a good place to start.
Okay.
Let's start with a film that has already been finished, has just wrapped up shooting from the last 7 to 9 months.
Yep.
That time frame has been promoting, the lead actress and all the cast and crew very excited about the film coming out. And because it's not a superhero team up film, they canceled it. Not just canceled, right? So it's canceled, but then also the film that you're probably thinking of right now, as I'm talking about Warner Brothers Studios, that probably should have gotten canceled in place of Batgirl.
Oh, we'll have to talk about that too.
Is not.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yikes. As a quick aside, for all the people who tell me that because a movie has already been filmed, they can't do anything about it. It's not like they're going to cancel it. It's not like they're going to make major changes.
To be said or proved.
I just want to throw that out
there. As if it ever needed to be said or proved. But yes, you're an idiot.
So certain things can happen to even the biggest budget of movies. Even if they're already filmed, because
completely done. This film was in post-production. You know what I'm saying? Like this film was ready to be seen. They probably tested it to people. What the actual fuck?
And on top of that, it had Keaton Batman, which everybody seems to be enamored with.
Why are we destroying? But you're still gonna put out the Flash movie with Keaton Batman. Why are we destroying all the films that were built around Keaton Batman? Why are we doing that? Why? It was. I was so excited. Oh, he wasn't gonna be able to move his neck. He was gonna be looking like this. Damn.
Yeah. No. Keaton Batman is probably not going to be well, actually, I don't know, because WB seems to still be behind the Flash, despite even more accusations coming out about Ezra Miller, grooming other 11-year-old girls and other shit on top of that.
So no Batgirl, because we don't believe it's going to be successful. I blame Marvel, by the way. I blame Marvel because everybody follows even if they're not following their structure, they make their decisions based off of who's leading the pack. Marvel hasn't had very successful solo leading films in this phase for the last year and a half. Oh well, that's where the trend is going. It's like fucking Afro beats and R&B these days, and they won't nobody let it go. I think what ended up happening here is that WB, rather than looking at who's leading right now and seeing the losses that they've taken over this last 18 months or so, and believe me, the numbers sound pretty when the Wall Street Journal and the New York Times and all of them are printing them, but they are coming in danger. Thor might still lose money. Is Thor still in theaters right now? Has it been 45 days?
I don't think so.
Okay. It could
July. No, it hasn't.
Thor could still lose money. These have not been very profitable films, at least if you're comparing it to other films in the MCU's past phases. So looking at that, they're like, well, damn, if they can't pull off solo films right now, and they're leading the industry, they're the industry standard setters, why would we, the new budding regime, try to buck the trend that clearly is and go head first into another failure? I think what they're lacking is, and the reason why nobody in Warner Brothers, whether it was controlled by Discovery or not, hasn't gotten through their heads, is that you do not need to tell stories or even make movies like the MCU to beat them. There are fissures within the MCU that you can seep into and explode, but you don't focus on that. You focus on trying to be the new MCU. Yes, yeah, no, we're going to do it bigger and better. And it has been this disjointed mess. Yeah. Right? And it hasn't felt any more organized or directed under Discovery's regime so far. This latest thing with Ezra Miller, man, like he's a fugitive.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to promote this. How are they going to promote this film without their star?
Wow, and not even like, oh no, we're not commenting on any of that right now. No, like, oh, the Flash is in the best shape it's been in.
As accusations are rolling in.
Oh, I can't stand where I live. I cannot stand it here.
HBO Max ceasing to be a thing in 2023.
What? Now, see, this is letting me know for sure that is shitty over there. Because HBO Max is the best thing y'all got going. It was a huge gamble, and I still think it ends up hurting the films. But as I look at Warner Brothers properties right now, the one thing that seems to be able to drive eyeballs towards the content is HBO Max. And so much so that popularity-wise, I don't know where their subscriber numbers are, but at least I would say reputation from you know, content creator, reviewer, and just watcher, viewer.
Yeah.
HBO Max has a pretty good rep now.
I agree.
It has a pretty decent reputation as far as streaming services go. It's right up there with Netflix and Amazon Prime, or I guess Amazon Prime's content is kind of shit.
But content-wise, I mean,
it's up there.
It's definitely up there.
Like, a few tweaks here and there. Let the catalog continue to grow. Next 5 to 10 years, that streaming service could be the leading streaming service on the market.
Top 2, and it's not
Period. Why would you ever purge content from HBO and put it on fucking Discovery Plus? Why would that ever be the direction that we're moving in? You clearly have the inferior product. Why not merge to the successful property instead of trying to pull the successful property down in lieu of the one that nobody watches?
Yeah.
Literally. Your grandmother doesn't watch Discovery Plus because she doesn't know how to watch. She don't know how to work it.
It's a fact.
The people that would want to watch Discovery Plus don't know how to work it.
Yeah.
They're not into streaming. They have cable. They watch Discovery on television.
There's literally no reason why I would ever turn on Discovery Plus or download it.
For what?
What I don't even know what channels they have. HGTV?
Yeah,
Discovery?
HGTV, I think, is TLC underneath them?
Probably.
Maybe.
I was going to say Nat Geo, but I think that's on Disney.
Yeah, Disney has Nat Geo.
I think that brings us to the fact that the DCEU, as we know it, might not exist anymore either.
I don't understand how we're going to pivot out of this. There must be something really, 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 really important happening in that Flashpoint movie. It just has to be. That's going to blow this whole fucking thing up. That's the only thing that I can see. I can't even fathom a situation where we get out of the Flash movie and Ezra Miller's Flash is alive, well, and still thriving in the DCEU.
Yeah.
I couldn't put together enough bridges, enough logical fallacy built bridges to come to that conclusion. I can't. Why a studio in their right mind would ever sustain a now deemed cult leader? I don't even think the quotation marks are needed. Cult leader.
Literally.
And fugitive in their cinematic universe. I don't see it. So, to that end, I think whatever happens in that movie is so important to them getting on the track they want to be on that they can't afford not to have it on there. Plus, if they're going to make any money out of this iteration of the DCEU, it's going to be in the form of a movie like this as opposed to a solo. I think that's what they've decided.
Okay. So then my question then becomes, what is going to become of the supposed Aquaman sequel? And with The Rock touting that Black Adam was going to change the dynamic of power within the DC universe. And if they're just going to completely change DC, how is that going to still play a part in that?
I guess it'll depend on how Black Adam performs. We've had high expectations for former DC projects that ended up coming to. So as much as we want Black Adam to be a success, will it? We don't know. We have no idea.
Yeah.
Everything is moving so fast over there. It could have been that was the idea going forward. Oh yeah, we're going to eventually bring this guy to Henry Cavill Superman, and it's going to have a big battle royale movie. Will make $1 billion. Maybe that's not the direction that they're trying to go anymore. I think it should be.
That would be amazing.
But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with the Shazam sequel now. I don't know what's going to happen with the Aquaman sequel now. Like, is that still a part of...
Shazam is already set in stone. Shazam is coming out soon, not soon in 2023, right? January, February, something like that.
Okay.
Shazam's already set in stone. I think that one probably will have a little bit more connection to Black Adam than anything else. But
So
it'll
then that
just
continuity might stay for whatever DC's working towards.
It's just so
Maybe
fucked.
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Fucked. It's so fucked.
Because the way that they're turning away projects, they could just say, you know what,
Scrap it all.
fuck Black Adam 2, fuck Aquaman 2. We're just gonna redo this entire thing.
And then if you're resetting universes, right, or if you do something where you swap out Barry, so then what, you're gonna keep everything else intact, then just swap Barry Allen for Wally West or something like that, or another Barry Allen from. I don't know what's going on here, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Does it seem like there's a direction?
No.
Joker 2 is going to be a fucking musical. I don't know what's going on over there. Lady Gaga is going to be in it. I don't know what's going on over there.
Yeah. No. Things are kind of going.
How that's going to help them pull that together with the Matt Reeves Batman, who knows? There's just a bunch of stuff going on in like every corner of the house, and like none of it leads back to a center.
But the only thing really going well for WB right now is Multiverses, their little video game that they've got going around. Any other thoughts on anything going on with WB, HBO Max, DC, any of that?
That's gonna be it for now, man. Give us your thoughts. What is going on with Warner Brothers, DC, Discovery, whoever's running the show over there? What is happening? Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Give us your thoughts in the comments below.
Make sure you check out our previous video on The Flash versus Black Panther. Which movie is more cursed? And also make sure you subscribe. We like to talk about different things going on with WB, DC, and all that good stuff.